Hello and welcome to the registration presentation for the 21-22 school year. Can't believe it's here. And today we're going to talk about registering for classes for next year. I have with me Miss Addie, who's 9, and she's going to help me teach you guys that registering for classes isn't as scary as it looks. So we're going to dive into registration here, and signing up for classes really has a bigger goal, and part of that bigger goal is graduating from high school. What do you think about graduation? What does it mean to graduate from high school?
Where you graduate to another class.
You graduate to another class, exactly. So part of this process of registering for classes is reaching that goal of graduating from high school. And to graduate from high school, you will need to meet the graduation requirements at Glacier High School, which is 22 credits to earn a diploma. Now you can get up to 28 credits. So what would be the difference between 28 and what you need to graduate, which is 22?
6.
Very well done. She's a math student. So six credits where you could take additional classes of your choosing. And then in the end goal, you would earn your high school diploma. What would you like on your diploma? What would you want written on that? What do you think? What would be nice?
I don't know.
Yeah? How about your name? Maybe
Yeah.
your name? Yeah! We'd have your name on the high school diploma, which you would get on that day that you graduate high school. So 22 credits. That's the goal. That's the goal for graduation. Along the way, though, once you get that high school diploma, that's going to be your ticket. It's going to be your ticket for a lot of things after high school. One option may be going to a 2-year college like FECC. And at that school you can study any number of things like culinary arts or maybe even nursing. Culinary arts is kind of fun where you get to cook things. You
Yeah,
like
I
to
wanna
cook
do
things?
that, yeah.
Would that be fun?
Yeah.
Did you cook something last night?
Yeah.
What'd you cook last night for us?
Egg sandwich.
Egg sandwich. It was amazing too. So culinary arts might be your thing. A 2-year degree from FECC could be one thing that you get from your diploma. Some of you guys will want to go to a 4-year college. 4-year colleges require at least a minimum core, which we'll show you on the diagram, or you could get a rigorous core. That sounds like a ferocious word. Say rigorous.
Rigorous.
Yeah, rigorous core, which basically means you're going to take an additional math course and science course that might make you eligible for scholarships like the MUS scholarship. Scholarships equal money, and money is good. Why?
Because you can save up for stuff?
You can save up for stuff. You could buy a bike or something, right?
Yeah.
So, we're talking about graduating. We're talking about reaching those goals of getting that diploma and options after high school. Along that journey, though, while you're in high school, some of you may be graduating with honors. You may have worked so hard in those 4 years in high school that you earned a distinction cord. Some of you might even earn this green cord, which proves that you got all A's all 4 years in high school. What a wonderful achievement that you could have. And you would wear that cord on your graduation day as thousands of people are cheering you on for all your achievements. So there's honors and distinctions for your hard efforts. Yes, and some of you will actually graduate with distinction. You will graduate by focusing on a certain course area over 4 years. And there's lots of different areas that you can focus on. Some of you will get a gold cord for working extremely hard on rigorous courses. Exactly. You'll take 6 or more AP courses over 4 years to earn that cord. Others may get a fine arts distinction with the royal blue cord, or a light blue cord, which would be the international language. Which is your favorite color cord? If you could pick one, what would you pick?
I would like the red, white, and blue.
You like the red, white, and blue one. That is a pretty one.
Yeah.
Also, there's a purple cord for the STEM distinction. That would be someone studying in the science pathway or engineering or math. What's your favorite course? What subject?
Math.
I thought so. That was pretty obvious with that early answer with the graduation requirements. So, in that regard, you would have a purple cord to wear at graduation, which would be a wonderful achievement. So many of you, yes, you will go on to get some kind of distinction in many areas. Again, all a part of a larger goal. Registration is simply you revisiting your goals for what you want to achieve in 4 years in high school. And now we're going to jump into the registration form, and I'm going to introduce to you Ms. Kessler, who's going to talk to the juniors about their senior year course selection.
Hi guys, it's Mrs. Kessler. I'm here to walk you through your final registration at Glacier High School. So for the purposes of today, you guys are seniors. This is your last shot at getting in those classes that you may not have exposed yourself to yet. We're going to walk through the registration sheet piece by piece. I'm going to do it pretty quickly because you guys are experts at this by now. But I just want to stop for a moment and recognize the impact that this group has had on our Glacier community and our community at large. I'm really proud to walk along next to you in this journey, and we're going to work together today and for the next week on making sure that your senior year is exactly what you want it to be. This is a really great time to be thinking about are there areas in your high school experience that you haven't yet tapped into? Is there a leap that you haven't been willing to take yet that you might want to take for this year? Are there classes that we offer on campus that you haven't had a chance to take? The real liberty and the freedom that comes with the senior year is that you don't have a ton of required classes. So there will be plenty of slots in your schedule for you to try out something. Maybe you want to try out a choir class that you haven't exposed yourself to, or maybe an engineering, or maybe a PE class. So there's lots of places for you to try out some extra things, and I would really challenge you to take a look at places where you can stretch yourself. We're gonna do all of that, but while also keeping an eye on making sure that you have a healthy balance. And so that's going to be something we're going to talk about as we go along and talk about some of the AP classes that are available. So we're going to walk through the registration sheet. You guys are all familiar with this. The front side has boxes for the required classes for seniors. The back side are all the classes that are available to seniors. And you will see that as seniors, you really have kind of an open menu for our classes here on campus. So that's kind of one of the cool things at being at the top of the ladder here. At the top of your registration sheet, there's a couple of boxes. One of them, if you are planning on graduating early, meaning that you would only be on campus for the first semester of senior year, you need to check this box. You also need to make sure that you have a early grad form signed and filled out and returned to me before we go through registration. This is important because when you register, this will allow the Power School system to push all of your required classes to first semester. The second box there is Running Start, and we've talked about this a bunch, but for those of you that are not familiar with Running Start, it's an opportunity for students while they're in high school to dip their toe in the college experience. And if you have questions about Running Start or how you may get involved with that, we have a Running Start representative, Shelly Eberhardy. She is in our B200 pod on Mondays and Wednesdays, and she can help you with choosing a class, getting registered at the college, and all of the necessary paperwork. So if you're interested in Running Start, please check a box there. It is possible for you, if you want to take a class over at the college, to have a period off here at Glacier. So if you are wanting to do Running Start, you're going to check this box. You're going to fill out a full schedule, and then once you've registered for a class at the college, you will bring me that registration receipt, and we will drop a class off your course load here on the campus. The last one is the student aid form. I know one of the things that students look forward to in the junior and senior year is being able to be a student aid, maybe working for their favorite teacher and helping out with some of the responsibilities in that classroom. If you want to be a student aide, there's a form that you fill out. We give those out at the beginning of each semester. And so for the purposes of registration, you're just going to sign up for a learning lab. And then we'll do that student aid paperwork later on. Okay, so looking at the chunks of the registration sheet, English is the first area that we are going to be looking at. You all know that you need 4 credits of English to graduate. When you're a senior, if you are taking AP Language, that's the only class you will take. If you are not taking an AP language class, you will sign up for 2 semester-long English classes. One needs to be in English literature, and the other can be another English literature or an English elective. And the backside of your registration sheet is going to show you what offerings we have. They are coded by reading level, and so keep an eye on that, keep an eye on the little section areas that will show you which ones are lits and which ones are electives. Then moving on to social studies. You guys are almost done with the social studies requirement. Seniors are required to take a semester of government, and if you are going to a 4-year college right out of high school, you'll want an additional social studies elective, so something like battles or street law or women in history or psychology. And if you are interested in AP social studies, you'll do a semester of We the People and then a semester of AP Government, and those classes are taken together, so that'll be a year-long social studies versus the semester-long government that the other students will take. In the area of math, we have a 3-credit math requirement at Glacier. Most of you are going to be done with your math going into your senior year. I recommend you all take a 4th year of math, whether you're planning on going to college or not. It's one of those muscles you want to keep using and keep practicing, because your math skills are going to be needed in probably everything you do after high school. Okay, alternates. You guys all know how important the alternate electives are. If you don't tell me an alternate elective, I will pick one for you, and you may not like it, and we won't be changing it. So put some thought into this. Make sure that you're putting down classes that you are willing to take. Sometimes with the amount of semester-long electives that students are signing up for, especially in the senior year, not everything works together, and so you may not get your first choice. So if you really want to take American Lit as your English class, but you would be okay taking World Lit, put that in the alternate area. And that way I'm plugging you into something that you're willing to take. And then in the area of fine art, we have 1 credit of fine art required for graduation. Many of you have completed this already. If not, you'll want to get that built into your schedule, and you'll want to keep an eye on the prerequisites. Remember the little symbols on the side that will tell you, the asterisk will tell you that there is a prerequisite. One thing I should have mentioned, when you're building your schedule for senior year, you're going to have a couple of documents up on your computer. Those are going to be our registration handbook. We have a new improved version of the registration handbook, and it's on the front page of our Glacier website. And then if you go to the PowerSchool account, if you log into a computer and go to your PowerSchool account, you can access your graduation progress, which will tell you which classes you still need for graduation. If you have questions about accessing that, come and see me and I can help you find that. So you're going to have those 2 things up on your screen as you're going through and building in your classes. And then in the area of vocational, we have a 1 credit requirement for graduation. Many of you have already completed that, but that doesn't mean that you can't go back and add some extra vocational classes that you're interested in, or add some extra fine art classes. And then we've got our general electives and our international language. We do not require international language for graduation, but it is value added when you're applying to college. And so in the state of Montana, if you're applying to college out of the state of Montana, you're going to want to make sure you have 2 years of the same language. And so if you still got 1 year to complete, make sure you get that built into your schedule. And then in the general elective department, remember that you can only have one of these classes, early release, student aid, learning lab, or late arrival, in your schedule at one time. So you can't double up. So you'll have one kind of free period of your choice if you choose to do that. So I think that's it for the registration materials. You guys know how to do this. I think the real questions would be around what else do I need for graduation, or what other classes might I want to explore. I'm available in my office for appointments, drop-ins at lunchtime, and also there's lots of things we can handle over email. So if you have questions or concerns going into registration, please reach out to me. Please talk with your teachers. You guys, at this point, you have a wealth of teachers on this campus that know you as a student, that will challenge you where they see a place that they can help you stretch. So consult with your teachers. You've got a week to do that. Ask the questions, find out about the classes, and make sure that you make your senior year the best year yet. You've got this, and I'm excited to help you with this.
So there's your form in a nutshell. I want to say one word on AP. Here you have a list of several of the AP courses that we offer here. Make sure you're prepared for it. It's going to require some extra time out of school. It's going to require some extra studying, and just counting the cost, knowing that you have to put quite an investment in those courses. And reviewing the process once again. Today, February 10th, you're going to receive your form. You have the next week to get signatures, and then on the 17th, you will register. Lastly, you'll see this beautiful picture behind me, and it's just a reminder that there are better days ahead. It's been a wonky year, to say the least, from COVID to quarantining to political tensions, no Marvel movies at the theater. I mean, it's just not right. So there's been a lot going on this year. We know that next year there are better days ahead of us, and you'll see in this picture, it's a beautiful picture of Glacier National Park. You like to camp, right? Mm-hmm. What's your favorite part about camping?
Roasting marshmallows.
Roasting marshmallows. You know what? Registration isn't scary. It's like s'mores, okay?
Yeah.
There's just a lot of fun stuff in the middle that you get to be a part of before you reach your goal of graduating. So Thanks so much for listening. Thank you, Addie, for being here. Mm-hmm. It's great to have you here. And we wish you the best year and the years ahead. Thank you.